How confident do you feel about your ability to change your core issues and move forward in your life? Hi everyone, I'm Christine, your emotion coach, and oh my gosh, we are on journal number 12, and today's actually going to be a quick one. I didn't want to skip over this one because I don't know how you are, but I always get so excited when I hear an author, a speaker, somebody talking about a book that was really meaningful and helped them forward, or just, yeah, it's usually a book or a video or something that helped them, or they're making a reference to somebody, and I'm like, ooh, I gotta look up this book. Ooh, is this my next puzzle piece? Maybe this is the thing that will just get it all together for me. So I did not want to deprive you of like the possibility of you finding another puzzle piece along your journey, this beautiful path that you're taking right now of understanding yourself, of embracing your high sensitivity, of getting to know who you truly are, who you want to become, and just finding so much more love and fulfillment in your everyday life. So let's dive right in. Today I'm actually just going to read you 8 questions out of a book from Don Clark, which is called Gifts for the Soul. And it's kind of neat because, in my journal I wrote how I was kind of being, getting annoyed with my mom because she was just constantly talking about her boyfriend at the time, who was not treating her very well, and I could just see through it all. But it's hard when you have to be there for another person in your life who talks so negatively and seems so stuck in this particular pattern, and you can't really say anything because every time you try to say something, it just doesn't make an impact with them because they're just not at that point yet. And so I kind of had to, nowadays as a coach, I am practiced very well at that. So thank you for that lesson, Mom, and so many of my clients who have gotten me to this point. Nowadays, it's easy. It's so much easier for me to hold that space and know when somebody is ready to go forward, and when somebody is still needing to ruminate, when somebody's still needing to feel out all the aspects of what's currently happening. So yeah, my mom was just ruminating, steaming in something, and I was kind of fed up with it. But then she always had great insights and great tips of like, ooh, I found this new book. That's one of the things we do for each other. It's like, ooh, I found this new great book. Ooh, I found this new great speaker. Ooh, I found this great new YouTube video, whatever it is. And we send it back and forth. So this time she found a book. She was like, you've got to read this book. It's about retrieving pieces of your soul. And so this journal entry is just about like kind of doing the beginning assessment in the book. And she asks 8 questions that I wanted to pass on to you because I thought it'd be a wonderful journaling exercise anytime that you feel stuck, anytime that you feel unhappy in your life, anytime that you just want to go deeper and you're ready for growth, you're ready to just like get on that next level, incredible. Or just when you're just in an introspective mood, or just in a mood of like, let's see where I'm at and where I want to go, right? Let's dive right into these 8 questions, and I'll go ahead and read my answers with it to hopefully just like give you an idea, or to like jog your memory, or to feel into it and be like, yeah, that resonates for me too, or no, it's something totally different for me, just to share, just to be here and to share. Let's do it. I guess I'll tell you from when this journal was. This was from June 7th in 2008. Number 1, what brings me joy in life? A gentle breeze and the smell of wildflowers. As I sit in the midst of a meadow on top of a hill, the sun warms my face. A comfortable hammock between 2 palm trees on a white sand beach with crystal blue turquoise water. Peace, calm, quiet, solitude, timelessness, not a worry in the world. Nature, family, partner, friend. Laying under a starry sky with my true love. True love, understanding, feeling a deep connection to my partner. Question number 2. What do I want to change in my life? I want to have vibrant health, energy, and happiness. I want my relationship with my partner to feel uplifting, encouraging, loving, out of this world. I want to be able to make passionate love to my partner. I want to stop worrying, especially about money. I want to be able to stay more in my center and gently convey my point of view to others. Question number 3. What is stopping me from moving forward? My doubts, not listening to my intuition, my illness, question mark, fear, question mark. Question number 4. What do I want to change about myself? I want to be more patient. I want to feel less rushed to be able to enjoy each moment. I want to be more confident in myself, my beliefs and talents. I want to be able to stay centered even when there's a storm all around me. Question number 5. What incidents in my life may have caused me to have energetic shutdown? What incidents in my life may have caused me to have energetic shutdown? Too busy in school, focusing on logic, being around people who don't actively work on their spirituality, moving back to the US from Germany, being in love with my first love situation, questioning my current relationship, wondering if he is the one. Question number 6. To move forward in my life, whom do I need to forgive and release anger towards? My dad, my mom, my current boyfriend, my friend, myself. Question number 7. What are my core issues? How have they repeated themselves in my life? Not trusting, loving myself, partnerships, having to decide between 2 partners or if he's the one. Fear of change, the unknown, the unpredictable. Fear of losing love, like for my dad or boyfriend. Fear of not being able to handle something or being miserable. Question number 8. How do I feel about my overall ability to move forward and heal my core issues? I feel very positive. I feel like this is the perfect time in my life to move forward and heal my core issues and be curious and excited about the future. And that's all it for journal number 12. Oh my goodness, I always love now reading these journals and looking back at this time in my life where I did not know about high sensitivity and that I am an HSP. It's so neat to look back on these journals through the eyes of a highly sensitive and go, oh man, of course, yeah, especially the bit about like fear and what I was afraid of, like fear of not being able to handle something or being miserable, right? For a highly sensitive, that fear of being, that feeling of like just being miserable, of feeling hurt, emotional pain, of feeling sad, of feeling miserable, of feeling down, of feeling like you'll never be joyful again. You know, the feeling of heartbreak, just these deep, dark emotions, and my fear of getting stuck in them, of feeling them so intensely, feeling like I'll never get out of them, feeling like there will be physical pain that will come from being in emotional pain, right? Which eventually is true. And so many times we already feel, physical pain with emotional pain. And it was, gosh, that is probably one of the things that I am that I see the biggest difference in my life is that through all the reading of the books, through all the studying in spirituality, through all the listening to authors and speakers and channels and just working on myself, this is the piece that I really was able to get into an amazing feeling place. I am no longer afraid of those dark emotions. I know that they come and go, and even if in the moment they feel unbelievably strong, I know that they will pass, and I know that I have a huge hand in when they will pass and how they will pass, because I know the biggest thing is always focus and meaning. What am I focusing on? And what is the meaning that I'm giving it? I have so many incredible tools that I have gathered over the years that are working they're working miracles in my life. And this is why I'm coaching. This is why I'm making these videos. This is why I'm creating courses, because I want to share them, and I want to share them from a perspective of being a highly sensitive and how you can too utilize these tools in order to, create a life you love, in order to no longer be afraid, in order to feel like you can finally be yourself and live your life without feeling afraid of judgment, afraid of being yourself, afraid of being rejected for who you really are. There's a beautiful world that awaits you. There's so much on the other side of fear and pain. And right on the heels of that, I wanted to ask you, comment below which one of these 8 questions hit you the deepest, right? Some of them you're just like, oh yeah, yeah, that's a good question. But I bet you there was one, at least one, where you're just like, oh, that's genius. I'm gonna have to write this down, right? I'm gonna have to, do some internal work. I'm gonna have to take some time for introspection and write this down, right? This is why I keep a journal. This is why I actually do the work, right? When you're opening a book and they're like, write this down, and you're like, I do this later. This is why we do the work, because it really helps you to integrate the work, to really figure out where you are, to figure out your next step, to figure out what kind of puzzle piece you just got and where it fits in your life. So the question for me that hit the deepest, even just now rereading it, was question number 8, right? How do I feel about my overall ability to move forward and heal my core issues, right? And this is one over the last, even just like weeks, last weeks, maybe a couple of months, I've kind of hit against again. I'm in a place in my life for like major expansion, and I'm still, it's like some days I'm like, yes, let's go get it. I can do this. I know I'm born to do this. Let's embrace it and just expand into it. And at other days, it's still kind of that imposter syndrome of like, who am I to want this? Who am I to think I could have this? Who am I to think that I could create this in my life? I don't have the time. I don't have the resources. I don't have, right? This is why I do this work, right? It all comes back down to mindset, to how you're talking to yourself, to calming down that inner critic, to finding that vibration, that frequency of the new thing that you're wanting, that expanded version of you, and how you can catch up to that expanded version of yourself. Oh my gosh, you are a beautiful being, and I honor the path that you are on. This is an incredible journey. Embrace yourself, love yourself, envision your magnificence, everything that you're expanding into, and I will see you in journal number 13. Bye for now.